will, but still pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole.
First, we're going to get right to Alicia Nieves in New York City, where, Alicia, you say 911 systems are down. What do we know right now?
Yeah, Anna, around 5 o'clock this morning, I was able to get a hold of the NYPD through a press line. And when I got a hold of an officer, I asked her immediately, is 911 functioning here in the city? And she said, no, it was completely down at that time. The next follow-up question, right, is how do people get a hold of authorities if they're having a bona fide emergency in one of the biggest cities in the country right now? And she paused, had nothing to really answer and respond with that. We found out, though, over the last couple of minutes that 911 systems, at least in some part, are functioning at their basic levels. We don't know how long that'll last or if that'll ramp up to full capacity. Again, this is the largest city in the country that's having this issue right now. We are being told that firefighters and police officers, they are getting dispatched when they are notified of emergency, whether it's people going directly to a precinct or actually being able to get through 911, but they're having to do everything old school over radios. They cannot use their computer systems. They can't use most of the basic functions and infrastructure they normally rely on. I will tell you again, back at that call that I had with the 911 call center, you could hear as soon as the phone was picked up the scattering and a bit of the chaos going on behind the scenes to try and get everything up and running this morning, again, in the biggest city in the country. Now, this is not the only city, obviously, dealing with 911 issues. Around the country, because of this IT worldwide outage that we're seeing 911 centers be affected there. Other major cities include Minneapolis, Seattle, Atlanta. We're constantly updating and trying to find out more cities that are dealing with these issues and the workarounds being had, right? Again, we know here in New York City, there's some functionality. We're not fully sure exactly the full functionality. And of course, we know that officers are trying to go back to old school ways to at least respond to some calls. From the 911 call centers, though, to hospitals. We're in front of Mount Sinai Hospital, one of the biggest hospitals in the city right now. We've been trying all morning to get a hold of these hospitals to find out, are they able to fully function properly, right? A lot of these hospitals run on Microsoft software and a lot of the software that's being affected right now. We have not got a response from most of the hospitals. However, a source at one hospital here in New York City, a physician tells me that at that specific hospital, they are able to function right now. Unclear if they have not been hit yet by this, if they have a different software, but at least one hospital in New York City not having an issue responding to patients. We're going to continue to obviously follow this story, happening all over the country, but here in New York, the biggest city, having issues with people getting a hold of emergency responders and possibly being able to access full services at hospitals, Anna.
That's right. So if you're just waking up with us, global outage hitting 911, airlines, banks, and more. We're covering it all for you. Alicia, thank you so much.